Invisible victims. The challenges of men reporting domestic violence. Domestic violence is a serious problem that affects millions of people around the world, regardless of gender. While it is commonly believed that women are the primary victims of domestic violence, research shows that men are also at risk of being victims of domestic violence. However, it is often difficult for men to come forward and seek help when they are victims of domestic violence. Let's explore some of the reasons why it is difficult for males to come forward as victims of domestic violence. Societal expectations. One of the primary reasons why men are hesitant to report domestic violence is because of societal expectations. Society has long perpetuated the myth that men are strong and invincible, and that they are not supposed to be vulnerable or show any sign of weakness. Men who are victims of domestic violence may feel ashamed or embarrassed to admit that they are being abused by their partners, which prevents them from seeking help. Fear of stigma. Men who are victims of domestic violence may also fear being stigmatized and judged by others. There is a perception that men are the perpetrators of violence, not the victims, and this can make it difficult for male victims to come forward. Men may fear that they will be viewed as weak or emasculated if they admit to being abused by their partners, which can prevent them from seeking help. Fear of retaliation. Another reason why men may be hesitant to report domestic violence is the fear of retaliation from their partners. Men who are victims of domestic violence may be afraid of what their partners might do if they report the abuse. They may fear physical violence or other forms of retaliation, such as their partner leaving with their children or making false accusations against them. Lack of support. Men who are victims of domestic violence may also feel that there is a lack of support available to them. Domestic violence support services are often geared towards women, and men may feel that there are no resources available to them. This can leave male victims feeling isolated and alone, which can make it even more difficult for them to seek help. Legal barriers. In some cases, men who are victims of domestic violence may face legal barriers that prevent them from coming forward. For example, there may be a perception that men are not at risk of domestic violence, which can make it difficult for them to obtain a restraining order or other legal protections. This can make it difficult for male victims to protect themselves and their families from abuse. It is clear that men face many obstacles when it comes to reporting domestic violence. The societal expectations placed on men, fear of stigma, retaliation, lack of support, and legal barriers all contribute to the difficulty men face when trying to seek help. It is important to remember that domestic violence affects people of all genders, and that we need to create a culture where all victims feel comfortable coming forward and seeking help. By breaking down these barriers and providing support to all victims of domestic violence, we can help ensure that everyone has the resources they need to escape abuse and live a safe and healthy life. Thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe.